Hello everybody, Papa Blue Shirt. Today's an exciting day. You want to know why? Because we are going to go over 1,000 miles. Here's the setup here. As many of you know, I added another battery on there. And that's going very well. Put some Velcro on there because once in the back I forgot to lock my battery, and if I didn't have that on there, the Velcro, I would have lost my battery. So now I always have Velcro on my battery, my extra batteries anyway. But yeah, so there's the setup. I did put a blender. I'll leave a link for that down below. The video of me putting my extra battery on there in case you want to do it. I do have room back here to put another one, or maybe even two if I want to. But as of right now, I like the setup. Trying to ride about 50 miles a day. I'm trying not to get too carried away this year. Last year, if you remember, I had problems with my back, and so it kind of interfered with the way I rode at first. And then I wanted to get my 15,000 miles on the year. And so I was riding 130, 140 miles a day. And I'd ride in the morning, come home, take a shower, do my stuff during the day, and then in the evening I'd go ride again after the battery was charged again. And I'm going to try not to get that intense this year, so, but no promises. Because when it warms up, it's so much fun to ride. I just like to ride. But we are going to take this out and do our 1,000 miles. Take a look at a few things that I really like about the bike. I like that you can adjust the brakes with no tools. I love that. I love that on my some of my other bikes I had, and it makes it really nice. I did add a riser here, and of course I've been using my suspension seat. That suspension seat's the seat post itself's got about 35,000 miles on it probably. And I also put a bigger chain ring on there and shorter cranks. These are 140 cranks because my legs are so short. And yeah, so I pretty much got it all dialed in here. There's what it looks like. And we're just out here riding now. I'm kind of trying to get in my miles. Today and tomorrow I can ride, but the rest of the week we're supposed to get like a foot of rain. So I'll be busy trying to hold down the fort here with the rain, but be able to ride today and tomorrow most likely. So, and I did put those Ultraverses on there, as you can see. I'll leave a link for that video too. The Ultraverse. Now I have like motorcycle tires on there, and they really look really good on here, especially the yellow with that orange. Looks really nice. Well, let's get going here. Woo. Well, hopefully you can hear this good enough. Got it kind of tucked in my coat a little bit, so maybe it'll block a little bit of the wind. Usually these DJI mics are really good at it. And I will say I really like my Ultraverse tires. You know, I was planning on letting that rear tire get worn out before I changed it, and as luck would have it, I had it flat. And I said, well, I ain't gonna change the tire and not change the freewheel. So when I changed the tires, I changed the freewheel, and so now I got it all dialed in how I want it. So we'll see if we can get as many miles on this as we did in my Jumbo. I think my Jumbo is almost at 19,000 right now. Ah, this is nice. A little bit cool today, but still a nice day for riding. I rode pretty much every day this winter. There was a couple days I wasn't able to because of the ice. But most of the days I did. Oh, this is nice. My hands are a little cold, but only on the tips because there's no glove there. 6 more miles and we'll have 1,000 miles on here. Don't know exactly how far I'm going to ride today. Got to get some stuff done around the house before it rains. So any of you other Forester owners out there, how many miles you got on yours yet? The biggest problem I had at first was figuring out this odometer thing. If you turn it off by the key, you'll lose your miles that you rode that day. So you need to turn it off by the power button. So when I first got the bike, I just kept turning it off by the key, and every time I'd lose my miles, and I couldn't figure out why I kept losing my miles. You know, the Jumbo, I didn't have a trip odometer, and then I thought, well, this one I don't have any odometer. But we figured it out. That's one thing I like about this bike is, you know, you're going up a hill and you're going up an area where a car can't pass you, you know? And before, you know, you'd slow way down and they'd get upset, but now I just hit that all-wheel drive and goes pretty fast, and, you know, I even have people pull out in the left lane to pass me sometimes, and I know I'm going to be turning up here, so I just kick it in high, and they come up behind me thinking they're going to just zoom past me, and then they realize I'm going as fast as they are. So I would say all their stupid rules about you can only have 750 watts and all that kind of junk, I think that causes more problems than anything. Now I understand, you know, in town or something like that, you want to keep the kids from going so fast they hurt themselves, but us older guys, hopefully we have enough sense that we wouldn't do stuff like that, you know, go blasting. But like I've said, if they ever try to stop me from riding my fast e-bike, I'll just go put some blinkers on here, and I'll license it as a motorcycle, and then they'll have to leave me alone. Because I can go 45 to 50 miles an hour, you know, all depending on what the terrain's like. You know, they need to make up their mind if they want us to ride EVs or not. But in our state, they pretty much leave you alone. You know, we even have all-wheel drive golf carts and UTVs and everything. They ride right down the road, and they don't seem to bother them none. Now, maybe if you rode right through town or something, you know, a bigger town. You know, we have a little town here with population about 1,500. I think the golf cart is their main form of transportation because I see a lot of them. Well, looks like I missed it. I missed it. I can't believe I missed it. You ride 1,000 miles to get it documented, and then you don't pay attention and you get it when you're not looking. Well, that's a bummer, huh? Oh, well, no big deal. We'll wait for 2,000. Oh, yeah. It is pretty windy out here. But sure is nice. Yeah, it'll be interesting what happens here when this speedometer gauge gets over 9,999, because it doesn't look like there's an extra digit there. But maybe one will pop up. On my Jumbo, there was a red digit, I think it was, that popped up once I went after 10,000 miles. So maybe it'll do that. Sounds like I need to spray some lube in my seat again, my seat post. After a while, your seat post will get a little dry and get a squeak when it goes up and down. Gets a little irritating. Think there's something wrong with the bike, and it's actually the seat post. I got a lot of miles on this seat post. A Lots and lots of miles. If I had to guess, probably 30,000 miles at least. It's one thing about this Forester, it feels like the front fork rides better over the humps. It gives more, it's not as stiff as the other ones were. Because I can just rock on it and I can make it go down. Where the other ones, of course the H8, yeah, the H8 had suspension in the front, just didn't have it in the back. But you know, they were so stiff. You know, the Jumbo, it was stiff too. It feels like I'm kind of riding with the wind now, so that's nice. I wish it'd be like this the rest of the week. Yeah, my goal this year is 50 miles a day. If I can do that, of course you have that where there's be days that you can't ride, so that really kind of messes up your average. Like if I can't ride Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday, that's 200 miles. But I'm not going to stress about it this year. I'm just going to ride and have fun. But I should have no problem getting 15,000 miles again this year. Yeah, I was a little shy of 50 today, but kind of windy, and I took a different route and kind of timed it wrong. But yeah, there it is. There's my 1,000 mile ride. And like I said, I haven't had no problems yet. And everything's going good. Got those Ultraverse tires on there. Makes it ride real nice. All right, well, like I said, it's been doing really good. Haven't had no problems. And yeah, well, thanks for riding along with me today. It was fun. And I'm going to be doing some range tests here. So stay tuned. Alrighty. Goodbye, good luck. May the good Lord take a liking to you.
Goodbye, good luck. And may the good Lord take a liking to you. Liking to you. Liking to you. Liking to you. Liking to you.